What's up, guys? We're here with the SB7 Spirit Box, and I wasn't too happy with the SB7. I got it as a gift, and even though I used it before, I just didn't like how this one sounded. And I think by the time I started using it, it was already past the return date, so I was kind of stuck with it. But the past 48 hours, I don't know if the speaker broke in or what, but it just sounds so much better. And we are getting a lot of radio. I know this depends on where you guys are at. I typically use more AM, but I know a lot of you guys on the internet like to use FM because it generally sounds better. But again, for me personally, I just couldn't use the FM radio on it because it just sounds so bad. And with all the radio you get on this, depending on where you're located, it almost isn't worth it to use it, But let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, again, I have to say, I'll show you guys some of my older videos. I'll show you a clip right now. It just sounded awful. It was just loud and poppy and cracking, and that was on FM. It wasn't even on AM. So, anyways, right now we're going to remove the FM antenna, and we're going to try to eliminate a lot of that radio bleep. I don't care if your Spirit Box is $10 or $2,000. You're always going to get radio bleep. And the best thing you can do is try to minimize that any way possible. Now, the more you minimize it, let's say, for example, you remove the antenna and you're not getting any radio, that only pushes your credibility up as a paranormal investigator, because nobody wants to really try to figure out, well, how do you know that was a spirit? How do you know that's not radio? So eliminating that antenna will really save you a lot of time and effort in post trying to figure out what was being said. So let's get started with that right now. So after you take that cover off, guys, take out the bottom two screws and then flip it over and take out the other two screws. And make sure you set them aside and don't lose them because they are small. Be careful with this. There's two latches right here, and you kind of want to just prop it off. Okay, there you go. So again, I want to let you guys know, I see a lot of people doing these these modifications or just removing the antenna. It's not really a modification. It's more like detuning, but they don't really know what it is, right? Now, I'm going to let you guys know, obviously, there's AM and FM. And I see people all the time saying, oh, removing the antenna helps the sound with AM and FM. That's not true. This antenna is for FM radio. And your AM has what's called a loop stick, okay? So this is your antenna for AM. This is your antenna for FM. Now, why am I telling you this? Because again, I already seen I think 4 or 5 videos on YouTube where people are like, oh, removing this antenna will improve the quality or, will give you more static for AM and FM. And then they're like, I don't know why it's not working. It only works on FM. And it's because this is your FM antenna. This down here, this loop stick is your AM. And if you guys want, we can always test it out by removing the AM loop stick. A lot of people say don't do that. It can mess with certain settings. But at this rate, it really won't do anything. You can try it. But first, I would try it with FM, see how you like the FM. And if you're going to stick with FM when using a Spirit Box, personally, I use AM. So if you guys want to try that, let me know in the comments, and we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to loosen this screw and this screw, in order to get that antenna out of there. So let's go ahead and do that. And this one, I feel like, oh, am I showing everybody? All right, so now let's take this out. All right, so that screw came out. It should be loose enough where the antenna will come right out. So there you go. Did I get it? Voila, that's it. Okay, let's put that back in. Now we are going to put the other two back in. All right. Let's see how this looks. I guess we could put this back on. All right. So there is no FM antenna on it. So there is definitely a major improvement with removing the antenna. You could still hear it a little bit. You could still hear a little bit of radio. I think I only heard two little words bleeping through. Maybe it's a spirit. I don't know yet, but so in my opinion, it's definitely worth it to remove the antenna. But let's see how it sounds now with the external speaker. Now, I like this speaker better than the others because it offers a much sharper sound. If you guys like it, I'll put a link for it in the description. $200 milliseconds. So wow, you guys are watching it. I definitely like it a million times better without the antenna. So yeah, that was awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will keep doing more Spirit Box videos for you guys. If there's anything you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. If you guys want to try taking out the AM loop stick, let me know right away, and I'll get that in the next video for you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. And if you can, please smash that like button and make sure to subscribe to my channel.